the 10th Annual Women's Achievement Awards held at the Burj Al Arab here in Dubai. If you've ever wanted an insight into the minds of some of the most powerful women in the world, it's coming up for you right now. What do you think the additional qualities and strengths were that you brought to that role, being a woman as opposed to a man?
Well, first of all, I was the 7th elected president and the first woman, and I had run on a sort of candidacy of saying, you know, the presidency needs to be changed. So I was also a change agent for the office of president. And I felt myself that it was a strength to be a woman, because I wanted to make the office closer to the people, really linking with those who most needed support in their communities, rural communities, inner city, those who needed to be listened to and have their views reflected. And also that Ireland, because of its unique history of a European country that was colonised, that had a terrible famine and dispersal of people, that we would link at our time of growing prosperity with developing countries. And so I really felt that being a woman, I could do it differently and try to engage the imagination of the modern Irish with our history, but also with our growing economy.
What would you say have been the biggest obstacles to overcome being a hugely successful businesswoman? What's been the most difficult challenges for you?
I think that sometimes there are challenges of being confident enough to know that you can actually problem solve, you can network effectively, and that the skills that women have instinctively are very modern skills, recognised now in business and in the political sphere. This non-hierarchical, enabling, problem-solving, practical, linking across is very, very important, whether it's in business, whether it's in political leadership. And sometimes people call it soft power politically, the ability to link with others and work together on a solution. But in fact, it's much, much better than going your own way when in fact you're going to build up resistance and not necessarily get through. So when I talk to young women in particular, I tell them to have the confidence to know that they have the inbuilt skills to do very well, and that they should promote themselves in that context and not try to be more like their brothers or more like a man in exercising leadership. And what we're doing at the international level, as I was explaining, is we're bringing leadership to a level that men have never brought it. This enabling leadership together, where we're linking women who have access and power, business women, women in political life, women in academia who have knowledge of the research, etc. And we're linking it to women at the ground level who all too often are in poverty, in conflict, in difficulties, and trying to match the two so that those women feel that there is a solidarity among women, and that it does make a difference when you have women elected to leadership, and that their voices are going to be heard, and that we are going to have a more secure world because of that. And this is not, wet rhetoric. We're going to make this very practical.
It's very encouraging, thank you. Can I ask if there's anything else you'd like to still achieve professionally?
I'm at the stage now where I think it was a great honour, but also quite a shock to my system, to be invited to be an elder with Nelson Mandela and Graça Machel and Archbishop Tutu and Muhammad Yunus and Jimmy Carter. And so I feel that this is a kind of both an honour and a responsibility. And if I can try to be a good elder, that's probably the height of my ambition at this stage. And that means actually listening a lot to young people in particular, because the bulge of our world is young people, and most of them live in situations of terrible poverty. And if they're not listened to, we're not going to have a safe world. So I think we have to try to go to the places, as my colleagues were recently in Darfur and I was in Eastern Chad, and we are very focused also on the Middle East. We hope that elders can try to bring about some solution there, and not to solve it, but to get more attention to really understanding what's going on and trying to listen to everybody and have a peaceful solution.
Just one final question. What do you think is at the core of empowering women today?
I think it's helped by role models. It's helped by having more solidarity, women supporting women. It's helped by the fact that I chair this Council of Women World Leaders, which is 40 current and former presidents and prime ministers as women. There are hundreds and hundreds of women who've been in Parliament and in ministerial positions. There are very successful businesswomen in the Fortune 500 and so on, and here in this part of the world. So we don't have any excuses. We do have critical mass in most places now. It's what we do with it. So I think we have to show that when we have a critical mass of women in positions of leadership, it's not just making a difference to those individual women, it has to make a wider difference. It has to make a difference in how we address the challenges of our world. And so on this International Women's Day, I really want to send a message. We are insufficient critical mass in leadership in all areas of life, both here in the UAE, in the wider Arab world, and in many regions. And we have to have the courage and the sense of the innate abilities we have to really make that difference, because we are linking more together, because we are more connected, we are more in solidarity, we have more compassion really for what's happening of those who are trapped in poverty, trapped in conflict. And it's that caring that's going to make a difference.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Join us after the break when we were chatting to the winner of the Wybex Women's Achievement Award. The excitement now is really hotting up in readiness for the awards ceremony, and I'm joined now by Kathleen Curry, an executive in residence at Georgia Tech, and also Gail Burns, the managing director of Target Search. Hi ladies, how are you?
Good evening.
Very well, thank you. Really having a good time.
Wonderful. What have you found most inspiring about the two-day event here so far?
Well, I certainly think the collaboration of so many different ideas and the knowledge sharing, the amount of different perspectives on how fast women are leveraging themselves in terms of moving up the corporate career ladder, as well as holding down. Looking after families, accelerating their own career, their career development, the way that they are still continuing to study, apart from having their own families to look after, and the different ways that they are sharing in this knowledge to grow in those directions.
How about you, Kathleen? What would be your take on that?
I have absolutely loved the range of conversations. You know, we've heard about the Middle East and the statistics. We've heard about Africa. The women have been talking very frankly about what it is that we need to do and how we as women can impact the world. And I also love talking to all the people that are here. So I've had some wonderful conversations with women about what they're doing in different parts of this world for women in centers and entrepreneurship and what they're actually building. So it's wonderful to share and to see what we're all doing.
And what kind of woman do you think deserves to win the award this evening? What kind of attributes do you think she should have?
Well, I certainly think guts. I think determination. I think a really, really good work ethic, and I think honesty and dedication.
And how about you, Kathleen?
My favorite is a woman who has made an impact and also who is teaching the women who follow her. And I think that that's really what we get to do now.
That's wonderful. Well, enjoy your evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm here now with Michelle Al-Hamli, the cultural attaché at the Consulate of Kuwait. This is International Women's Day. What do you think this means for women across the world, and particularly in this region?
I think this is a wonderful day because at this time of era, this day comes where women is celebrating lots of achievements done so far. It's still beyond our ambitions and expectations. We still want to achieve more and do more. But if you look at this particular part of the world, for example, we have women as ambassadors. Here I am, a diplomat stationed in Dubai. We have women as ministers. We have women as directors, chancellors of universities, and achieving lots of positions. Also, if you pay attention to this particular part of the world at this time, for example, in Kuwait, the women had just got their political rights. They could vote and they could run for elections, which is quite an achievement. In UAE, for example, I'm based here for a year and a half. I could say the same because women also got their political rights. We have 4 ministers here in UAE. So this is quite fascinating. Lots of things happening, and it's exciting for women.
Absolutely, thank you. And what kind of woman do you think deserves to win the award this evening?
I'm being objective here. I don't say this, I was just kidding when I said I have to be biased. But Mrs. Nouria Sabih, the Minister of Higher Education, is quite a remarkable person. She is a woman who has been the Minister of Higher Education, and she has achieved a lot during the period she is in. She has survived lots of political storms. So, in my opinion, she deserves to win the award.
I'm now with Safa, who has just won the Businesswoman of the Year award. Safa, how are you feeling?
Thank you very much. I feel typically whenever there is an achievement like this, you feel so rewarded. You feel and you feel humble, believe it or not. At the end of the day, once I do that, this is not just me. This is just a dream team, as I said in my speech. A team that has been a backbone for you. Once you start this road, you know that there is a light, a huge light at the end of it. And one of the key things, this is the culmination of an effort, of a stamina, of a perseverance, and a lot of hard work, I have to say.
Amr bin Hindi, here with me right now, has won the award for Entrepreneur of the Year. And congratulations!
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How are you feeling right now?
Well, it's an honor for me to be here. It was a surprising thing. I got an invitation and they told me you should come to this dinner, and I was shocked to know that I was one of the winners. And I thank the whole management and people who chose me to get this award, and it's an honor for me.
I'm happy to announce that Hannah Al-Zahair has won the Leadership Fund. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm so happy, actually. I'm so proud of myself and my country, and very proud of my also husband, the one who supports me all the time. He's very proud of me. That's, something, it's amazing to me. I'm pushing me forward to do more achievements, in my life.
Well, that was the end of the award ceremony, and it's been a spectacular celebration of International Women's Day.